What is up? See, a little different there, Kel.
Pretty
Uh,
new.
what is up? Just the Bet Slips Nation. It's your boys. We are here. We're ready to talk. We're ready to talk about our bet slips. We're ready to talk underdog slip. We're ready to talk 750 Club. We're ready to talk tabletop. We're ready to talk all of that and much, much more here at Just the Bet Slips, where you can find us on all of the socials at Just the Bet Slips, including X.com, the Everything app. And we are affiliated with Fan First Sports Network and very, very proud to be with Fan First Sports Network. I am Mr. Poolside Patty Playoffs. You can call me a lot of things, but don't call me late for dinner. And he is Kel Doggy Dog. How we doing, brother?
I am doing fantastic, my friend. A bunch of my articles just got pushed to the masses by Fans First Sports. Shout out Fans First Sports for that. Read them at ffsn.com, including mine about Carson Kelly, who's been the talk of the town for the Chicago Cubs. But wait, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, nice sunny day. Loving life right now.
We're having fun, and I don't know where he is, but the best in the business on the ones and twos is here and will be joining us, Mr. CJ of the Sports GPS podcast. But we are here, and it's a Monday. It's Monday, April 21st. Mondays can be a bummer, but I think we hopefully make your nights a little bit better with this show here. I'm very excited. I was in the old Queens this weekend for Easter. Happy Easter, happy belated Easter to all those who celebrate. I was in the city Saturday and Sunday for the Cardinals and Mets. Excuse me. Obviously, didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, but I come to you a happy man, and it's all good. It's not a big deal. The Cardinals lost. They got swept. Kel, what are you gonna do? It is what it is. They put up a fight. They Saturday they got shut out, which that was a bummer. But Sunday they put up a fight. Just a good showing all the way around, and I'm still just like so grateful for this team. The kids like Nolan, like I'm not going to get upset about this team.
Well, you know what? That's growth. That's growth from you, man. I'm proud of you. I'm going to do my very best to see if I can bring Patty roller coasters back, but I'm very happy that you're happy right now.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm not at the Patty roller coasters right now. And I'll be straight. I'll just be straight with you, the people. There's a chance that happens. There definitely is, but I'm enjoying being like I don't ever in the chat we've got Rob, shout out Rob. I don't know what being a normal fan is. I don't know if there is a normal sports fan. I don't know what that is and what that looks like. So instead of being the way that I am, and I'll always have the tattoo, I'll always have the Cardinals they'll always be my number one thing. But I'm trying to exercise being more calm about it, if that makes sense. And I don't know what being a normal fan is. I don't know if that's even a thing, but I'm trying to not be the way that I have been. That you know what I mean?
No, that makes sense. I mean, I don't know what a normal fan is either.
Yeah.
Everybody is a fan in their own way, so it just depends on how you cheer for your team.
But and you've known me for a while, like the way that I have cheered for the Cardinals in the past is very much toxic in a way. I get to the high of the highs and I get to the lows of the lows, and I'm trying to live somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
is then we'll see how it goes. And honestly, man, to see the sweep, which it stung, it sucked. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, as a fan, like they got a 4-game sweep, but I left it not being nearly as angry as I thought I would be. So hey, here we are.
That's a. I
Oh
deserve that
man,
because I took a jab at him the other day, so I deserve that. But ow, okay.
Rob coming out of left field, not on the show, but he's throwing. Well, he will be in some capacity soon, but no, I'm having a good. It was a great Easter weekend. Shout out WrestleMania, John Cena. Let's give a quick little 17-time champion. Need have to give a shout out to John Cena. But that being said, Kel, why don't we get into the thing that makes sure that we don't get sued before we get into all the other stuff? And there it is. It is the disclaimer number 1. We are not paid professional gamblers, not yet. We all use all of our own. Gosh, Rob, 17 time. This show is for fun and entertainment purposes only, and we all use our own sports books of choice. Number 2, please gamble responsibly and at your own risk. Do not gamble more than you can afford, and only bet what you can afford to lose. Greatest piece of advice I've ever been given as a gambler, and I maintain that to this day. Number 2 is number 1 for me, and number 3, gambling can be addictive. It actually releases the same chemicals in your brain as very hard addictive drugs do. So if gambling has become addictive for you or a loved one, a family member, a friend, or even just somebody else on the street, you can go to 1-800-GAMBLER and get the help that you, loved one, friend might need. 1-800-GAMBLER. And this show is not affiliated with or sponsored by any sportsbook. Like I said, we all use our own sportsbooks at our own volition. We would love to be sponsored by a sportsbook, but that is not the case right now. And right now, shout out to Fans First. So that's gambling can be addictive. 1-800-GAMBLER. Please gamble responsibly at your own risk, and we are not paid professional gamblers. All we are trying to do at Just the Bet Slips, X.com, all of the socials, all we're trying to do is one thing and one thing only, is to bring you the hot
tips to help your bet slips.
And there he is, CJ, the PD King. How we doing, brother?
No, I'm doing well. Sorry, I was trying to get some stuff, like some finishing touches done, and we're now live on Instagram as well. So we got the X, we got the YouTube, and we got the Insta. So wherever you're at, make sure you drop in. I've got comments up for the Instagram, so I can follow your comments. So anybody that's in there, feel free to drop in some comments. We'd love to hear from you.
I love that. And speaking of comments, we might as well. Well, first of all, how's your weekend? Happy belated Easter, Mr. CJ.
Yeah. Happy Easter. Whether you believe or not, he is risen. Is how I believe. And he is risen indeed. So big shout out there. But yes, there's another reason why I love Easter, and it's because the food of choice is ham at Easter. And I am a big ham guy. And so I destroyed some ham yesterday. And with ham comes my mother's famous world-renowned potato salad. By the way, it is world-renowned. It was taken to India and was requested at a wedding in India. So it is world-renowned potato salad. World-renowned potato salad.
Can I get some?
Absolutely, Pat. You can 1,000% get some potato salad.
I'll pay for shipping.
We'll figure out how to get it shipping. It is more of a mayo base, like it is a white potato salad. It is not like the yellow potato salad. I know a lot of people are like on the mustard train for their potato salad. That is the incorrect. Correct. That is the incorrect statement for mustard.
Kidding me?
Mustard base.
Like disgusting.
Yeah, it's like the yellow potato salad versus like a white potato. It's all about the white potato salad, right? Like
I take that back. I have seen and had decent. I didn't know that was the base. Yeah, right. I am a mayonnaise potato salad, 100%.
Correct. And that is the correct answer. That is 1,000% the correct answer.
Yep.
But then we also had, you have to have the green bean casserole too. So like that's a solid play. We had a fruit salad filled with apples, blueberries, some strawberries, and some amazing like peaches. It was incredible. And then of course the dinner rolls and some yams.
Whoa.
Some might call them sweet potatoes, but yams is what we
Cal
had.
knows about the yams, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Kelly knows about. Yeah, he knows all about those yams. But yeah, but yeah.
Shout out to J Man, by the way.
Yeah,
Big J. Out of the probably only two, right? Is it just Christmas and Easter?
Yeah,
those are the two main J Man.
Yeah, the two big guys. Yeah, those are the two big ones there.
What is your guys' number one dish that is related to that to either holiday?
Bruh. So like we do it a little bit different at Christmas. We used to do like the whole turkey thing, but then like our family would travel 2 out of every 3 years. So we decided we switched it up. And to be very clear, as a man who loves food, I am also a lover of a certain cat that loves food. And that cat would be Garfield. And Garfield's favorite dish is lasagna. And that is what we do for Christmas.
Love that.
Is we do lasagna. We do a regular like a red sauce meat lasagna, and then we do a white sausage and veggie lasagna as well.
Love that.
And it is
all
pristine. So that is our Christmas dish, which means the food is, in my humble opinion, better at Christmas for my family because it's lasagna. However, you can't really go wrong with just ham. Like ham is so good. You can't go wrong with it.
Or the world-renowned potato salad
that is true as well. It is immaculate. What is up? Siebert Micah, yo, poolside
Micah.
Pat, what is up? Micah is here.
My guy Micah.
What's up, Insta. What's up, dude?
Kel, what is your for Christmas, Easter? Like, what is the number one dish in Kel Dog's house?
This is difficult because my family's a bunch of big time cooks, so they pick something different almost every year. Like this year for Easter, we had crab cakes, smashed potatoes, and asparagus, but wrapped in prosciutto.
Oh wow!
Ooh. Yeah, so like
wow.
Those crab cakes were freaking fire. But some years we've done fondue. Some years we've done fondue. Some years we've done like steaks, like all this different stuff. But I do have to say the crab cakes are the best.
Number one would be the crab cakes.
Cakes. I'm going to Kel's house next Easter.
But that is like a good like Easter Christmas like staple if you're always gonna do it. Yeah. Mine is simple. It might not be where we're now, but it's my family. Irishmen, our mashed potatoes are to die for, and I'll always they're
little garlic powder in them bad boys.
Oh garlic baby, powder? You know it, brother. Come on, man. Come on.
We'll salt bay that garlic powder. We'll salt bay that garlic powder.
I hope that everybody. First of all, is getting their dinner ready right now as you listen to us talk about food, and hope everybody had a great Easter. But that was, we have some fun here on Just the Bet Slips. Before we get into our bet slips and all of that, talking here at X.com, the Everything app, and all of the socials at Just the Bet Slips, and we are all affiliated with Fan First Sports Network. But gentlemen, why don't we get into it with the guy that's in the chat? Speaking of, and let's see what he has to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. We got our guy Rob from the bowling alley parking lot. He's bringing you his hot tips to help your bet slips.
What is going on? Just the Bet Slips family. On the way to the bowling alley, obviously, as always. missed the parlay yesterday, but if you followed my performance double you hit, I did it with the home run as I said I was going to do. So that was a plus 950 for me, plus 150 for you all if you did the performance double. So at least we were able to get a little bit of a win other than the parlay missing. I'm not sure what happened in that game, to be completely honest with you, in those two games, but especially with the assist. I think he got 2 assists instead of 4. But today we're going to try something a little different with the playoff games. I've got some head-to-head hit rates. So these are all players playing against this same team, what they've done in the last – some are 7, 8, and other 8s, and one's even 10 games. So I've got Karl-Anthony Towns, 20-plus points. He's done this 7 out of his last 7 games in this matchup. Cade Cunningham, 20-plus points. He's done this 7 of his last 7 in this matchup. We've got Jalen Brunson, 5-plus assists. He's done this in 8 of his last 8 in this matchup. Josh Hart, 10-plus points, 6 of his last 6 in this matchup. And lastly, Jamal Murray, 15-plus points, who's done this in 10 straight in this matchup. I got that at plus 209 with a boost. I think it was like plus 180 beforehand. I'm not sure exactly. I believe, but I got it at plus 209, so it's right around 2 to 1 regardless. 750 club. I got Aaron Nola, 6-plus strikeouts. He's averaging 6.2, and he's hit this in 3 of the 4 games he pitched this year. And honestly, the average would be higher. He just had 1 bad game. And lastly, we got our underdog, Bo Bichette, 2-plus total bases. He has hit 2-plus total bases in 10 out of his last 17 games, which is kind of absurd if you think about it. And a lot of those games, he did it with multiple hits. He didn't have to get doubles. He got multiple, like 2, 3, 4 total bases in a lot of those games. So he has been locked in. So we're going to go ahead and ride that for the underdog slate tonight. No performance double for me tonight. Hopefully we will get back on the parlay back on the winning train. And maybe we can book a underdog or 750 club. Please check out the podcast we just dropped this past weekend on the mock draft. It's going to be on Spotify. It's on Spotify and Apple under Just Bet Slips podcast. And as always, these are the hot tips for your bet slips. Hope you all have a great Monday and hope you all chase that bag responsibly.
I mean, what a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy. I actually have to, because I didn't see his slip in. So I have to change a graphic, but that's okay. Not a problem. That's what we do here at Just the Bet Slips. I did not see his 750. So it's in now. So
Oh wow. All
boosted odds on the 750, boys.
Let's go. And to his point, I do want to point out Just the Bet Slips, the podcast version of this show that comes out every Friday. Yes, this past week it was a holiday weekend. Stuff was going on. So it was a day late, but not $1 short, hopefully.
It was not $1 short. You're right.
Thank you. And we hope that you can go listen to that because it was our mock draft. So much fun. I can't tell you how much fun I had doing the podcast.
Should we give him a little sneak peek? Should we give him a
little
go
ahead. Yeah.
Can you? I might be able to pull it off.
Whoa.
I might be able to pull off something here. Hold on.
Rob, my favorite podcast ever. Yeah, we had so much fun, man. It was such a good show, and not only that, but I think we brought some good facts, some good talk about the NFL draft that's happening this Thursday.
We really dove deep into how Ashton Genty is going to go to Chicago too, which is very nice. It was a very nice thing.
Well,
for Bears
I
fans
don't know if we know. I'm not quite sure if that happened, but well, yeah. So we can that we're gonna skip over that comment and
yeah, a little sneak peek. There's all the draft picks. I mean, you might be able to read them, but
Kel, I don't know if you could see that, but our draft has Ashton Genty to the Raiders. Can you see that?
I can see that. The problem is I didn't have the 6th pick.
But the Raiders do, and
the Raiders fan put New England. Oh, get out of here, Rob.
yeah, what is this? Get out of here, Rob.
In all fairness, when Parker and I did one for the Sports GPS podcast, we had good old Ashton Genty going number 4 to the to the Patriots.
Wow.
We're not going to talk about. You can.
Looks like we're
you know
both
what?
down a
You
creek
can
without a
listen-
paddle.
Known caller.
You can listen to all of that and more on the Just About Slips podcast that drops generally every Friday morning, excuse me. And we are affiliated with Fan for Sports Network. But let's get to the cutest slip. Here it is. Bang.
It's me.
Kel's trying to show off for all the ladies out there, and for all the ladies out there in just the Bet Slips world. Kel's available. I will put his phone number up at the end of this show, so you can go ahead and call the Kel Dog and see if you can get some coffee with the man.
I knew telling you that story was going to bite me in the butt. I didn't tell you, Pat, but I told him.
I'm just kidding. No, but seriously though, anybody wants Kel's number, DM us on Just the Bet Slips, and he'll hit you back. Listen, Kel, if I was a woman and or single, I'd hit you up. Anyway,
Hey,
yeah,
Oh,
you're good looking, bro. Good looking, bro.
Yeah.
Please let him move in so Kel can get back out of Florida.
Save me.
Oh man. But yes, the underdog slip today. We've got a 3-bagger of bets today. We got the Phillies money line, we got the Blue Jays money line, and we have the Padres at plus 1.5. Phillies are in New York to face the Mets. This is purely Aaron Nola needs to get back on the good side of anything, really. He also doesn't have terrible numbers versus the Mets. And he has, shockingly enough, his biggest issue has been with the long ball. It's a lot easier to pitch in the bigger ballpark in Citi Field as compared to the sandbox that he normally pitches in at Citizens Bank Park. If he can stay away from the walks, he's okay. The free passes have been what's killed him this year, so he just needs to just get away from the free passes. I feel like he does it today, and he needs to do it today versus a New York Mets lineup that has been on fire as of late. And, listen, Mrs. Met's going to have a bad day today is really what I want to come down to. The Phillies money line tonight for the first one. Blue Jays money line is actually from Sir Thomas Stats. His reasoning is this. Kevin Gausman strikes out the current Astros lineup at a 48.2% clip. He doesn't walk them. Batting average is low. And expected weighted on base average is stupid low. Now, granted, he's going up against Hunter Brown, who versus this Toronto Blue Jays lineup has been very solid himself. However, Kevin Gausman has been very good. So, go ahead and take the Gauze tonight. I don't have this on my on my tabletop, but I do have Kevin Gausman for 6+ Ks and 7+ Ks and the Toronto Blue Jays money line tonight. That's going off at plus 489, by the way, if you want to get that bet. If you want to ride it with the PD King, go for it. $1 wins you 489. So if you want to ride with the PD King on that one, Kevin Gausman 7+ Ks and a Blue Jays money line is that bet. But we are talking about the underdog slip, which is just the Blue Jays money line, and it's all based on the fact that Kevin Gausman is good versus this Astros lineup, and the Astros have not been themselves ever since they changed the name of their ballpark from Minute Maid Park to Daikin Park.
Ew.
Yeah, Daikin. Daikin
Ew.
or Dakin Park. Is it Dakin Park?
Bacon? I don't know.
Dakin. Yeah, it's probably Dakin Park.
Yeah.
It's trash. It's trash. Like what up? Like give me Minute Maid back,
Yeah.
please. So yes, that's that. And then Kel, you have the Padres at plus 1.5.
I like this. I like this a lot.
This Padres team has been weird this year. They started off hot. They got kind of beat down by my Cubs. No big deal. But they are facing a Detroit Tigers squad who they're a dog against, and they have Kiter Montero on the mound, who's got a 9 flat ERA. I think this Padres team is gonna find their stride again. Tatis is on a roll. Machado's hitting good. They're just gonna build around these guys and possibly win this game, but not lose by more than 1 run.
I don't fully disagree. The only thing is it's Randy Vasquez on the mound for San Diego, who isn't that much better. I really love the over in this matchup, by the way. As long as the wind's not blowing in at Comerica Park. That's so we're gonna check the weather now. But that's where we're at. If the wind is not blowing in / as long as it's not cold, which could be cold. Now it's 62, and the wind is out of the west at 24.
I got it at. All right.
Out of the west at 24.
That's I'm looking how does it sit? Comerica map. That's not going to do it for me.
That's a fun bet, though. That's a fun like. We're in a sneaky end of April, early May is a sneaky good sports like time.
Yeah.
We've got the beginning of all the NHL and NBA playoffs. We have baseball, which I know, and as somebody who's trying to be positive about baseball, it's the beginning of baseball.
Wind's blowing out to left in Comerica.
Well,
blowing out to left. The wind is going this way.
Ooh.
Oh, Mr. Weatherman.
Blowing out to left.
This literally, you're not going to get this type of.
There's the wind profile. So
you're not going to get this in any gambling show this side of either side of the Mississippi. You're not going to get this. So look at that. We have a weatherman who's telling you where the wind is going to blow.
Throwing it out there. It's the reason why I took the under in that Chicago D-backs game after they literally scored 1 billion runs in an inning and a half. Yeah, and then the next day I take the under. Yeah, the under hit. The other thing that didn't hit was the Reds and Orioles. I was of the 4 bets I had the Phillies, Marlins over, which both teams ended up hitting the over in that game themselves. Then I had the Cubs D-backs under. They were all alt unders or alt overs. So I took one last, but the Phillies over would have hit regardless, just the standard over. The Cubs and Diamondbacks, I alt overed it by up. So it was at 8.5, and then I made it 9.5. It ended up being 8 total runs, so I would have been fine there. And then I took the under in one other game, or 2 other games.
You need to.
And I got dogged because late. It was the under in the Reds. Or I took the under in the Guardians Pirates game, which was easy.
Yeah. Why do we not have a segment of you
just bad beats
having picks based on the weather?
I mean, we could.
Yeah.
That's what this one was. That's what this one was, and I lost it here because somebody not going to mention any names, Hunter Green couldn't keep the Orioles off the board.
Bro,
Like the man's the front runner for the NL Cy Young right now. Can't keep the Orioles off the board.
we need to have a segment that is attached to you and your
Just is the wind
you're
blowing
right.
out in Wrigley? Like that's what the segment's going to be called.
meteorology. I don't know. There's
Is
something
the wind
there.
blowing out in Wrigley? That's I'm literally going to make bets based on if the wind's blowing out or whatever. But like that was the saying. It's always is the wind blowing out at Wrigley? Is it blowing in? Is it blowing out at Wrigley?
Well, I mean,
I'm
that could
willing to
be
make
that could
that
be the
happen.
segment. That could literally
That's
be
the segment.
thing.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah,
But
and I
there it is.
missed because Hunter Green couldn't figure that out. But yeah, that's the underdog slip right there.
Yes, and I bet it. I got it a little less than this, but if people can still get that right now as you're watching here at Just Bet Slip, so there you go. And what is next? What happens to be next, Mister?
Oh, you know what's next.
No, I do.
You know what's next. Yeah, you do.
No way.
It is our favorite segment ever because it has two goats on it.
No way.
It's only dingers. Alfred Dilia and Pablo Sanchez coming in with the only dingers. We got 3 today. We got Nick Castellanos, we got Marcelo Zuna, and we have Jazz Chisholm. Jazz
My
Chisholm from Keldog's buddy. Who's hit like 2 straight only dinger bets for like 3,600.
Yeah. So Andy, he if I wrote 2 articles about him at ffsn.com. Andy has done 2 separate parlays with 3 home runs apiece in the last 4 days, and he's brought in about $3,700.
Who's this Andy guy?
I used
Who
to
is
work-
this Hans?
but he is the hottest gambler that in the world right now. So we had to ask him for a dinger today, and he gave us Jazz Chisholm at plus 430.
Yep. I actually chose Marcelo Zuna. Yes, I'm choosing a Brave. And the reason why I chose Marcelo Zuna is for the following reason. And I know this is going to hurt you a little bit, Pat. But Marcelo Zuna versus Eric Fetty lifetime. He has 17 plate appearances. Of those 17, he has walked 5 times. He has struck out once. So he has 12 at-bats. Of the 12 at-bats, he has 7 hits. 2 of those 7 are doubles, and 2 of them are dingers.
Oh yeah.
So Marcelo Zuna at plus 330 today versus Eric Fetty seems like almost a lock for him to go bridge tonight. So give me Marcelo Zuna at plus
You don't have to
330.
apologize, by the way.
I'm just being honest. I know it's against your squad, but
That's
like
fine.
it's too easy to take.
But
Both of you like this top one, and I loved it as soon as I realized what's
Yes.
underneath his name.
R.I.P.
Nick Castellanos at plus 520 tonight. Every time something bad happens, a disaster happens in the world, or a predominant figure in the world politosphere.
Like something like world renowned, like a news event of some kind.
Correct. Yeah, that's the exact words that I'm looking for.
Yep.
So he decides to go yard that day. And
Who's this Andy guy?
He's
who
a
is
buddy
this
of mine
Hans?
from back home.
Okay, well, tell him to send him my number.
I need.
Wow.
I mean, well.
No, yeah.
I mean, I'm in. We're trying to get him on the show on Mondays for Only Dingers because we do Only Dingers
I
on Monday.
love that. Love that.
So we're trying to get him on. But yes, Nick Castellanos, because R.I.P. the Pope. So Nick Castellanos it's almost a foregone conclusion that he's going bridge.
Oh,
if I may,
Yes, please.
You had that at 520.
Yeah.
Soft paper had it at 325. I hate it here.
Well, but in all fairness, maybe soft paper knew that the Pope died and knew that Nick
Yeah, people
Castellanos
were
is going to
gonna
go
be
bridge.
hammering him, yeah.
They already knew.
Maybe soft paper could stop
By
being
the way-
stingy and give me my odds.
By the
That's
way,
all I'm going to say.
can we just for 1 second, and I know we have to move on, but what an unbelievable graphic. Like I cannot get over how good this graphic is. It's mind blowing.
Two things in the last 2 months have left Pat speechless. This graphic and Sister Jean's age.
Correct. Correct.
Oh, I'm gonna knock on wood right now. Again, knocking on wood.
Oh, God.
I very much hope Sister Jean is with us next year, but imagine my reaction next year when
When she turns
I-
106
when I realize that she's still alive. Yeah, like
and she's
unbelievable.
106 and she's
Oh,
been on a
it's-
Smucker's jar.
Bro,
for
it's
6
gonna
years?
blow. Kel knows. I'm gonna. My brain will. I think I might die.
It's going to melt.
Like,
It's going to have an aneurysm live on air.
Yes.
It'll be like-
Yes. I think that's the case.
Oh, Lord.
That being said, this graphic is so freaking great.
I mean, get a little Pablo Sanchez, a little Annie Frazier on the
Pablo.
hill with Sally Dobbs playing second.
Yeah,
We still don't know who's in center.
Yeah, we still don't know.
We know it's not Ahmed because there is no headphones. Even though ChatGPT said that it was Ahmed,
No, that's not accurate.
it can't be Ahmed because there are no headphones.
Correct.
Who has the backwards hat again?
The backwards
Yeah.
hat?
Yeah, there's a girl with a backwards hat.
It's Stephanie Morgan.
I think it's Stephanie Morgan.
No,
See,
it's not.
That's what I thought too.
No,
I don't.
it's not.
I actually think it's Sally Dobbs' little brother.
Yes, it might be Ronnie Dobbs.
Yeah, I definitely think
Yeah.
it's Ronnie Dobbs. It can't be the other guy that you thought originally, Pat. You were thinking
Mikey
it was
Thomas.
Mikey Thomas.
It's not
He's
Mikey
not.
Thomas.
Yeah, he's not Roly Polioli enough to be Mikey Thomas.
Yeah, Mikey Thomas.
So
is
I
good,
actually truly believe it's Ronnie Dobbs.
bro.
It's either that or it's one of the computer generated characters that you're not allowed to play with.
Yeah, that's true
Yeah.
too. Yep.
So there's that. That is
We
possible.
don't want to talk about that. Yeah.
So, but yes, the only dinger stay. You want to parlay it all together, you're getting 140 to 1. But let's have a day, and hopefully Nick Castellanos, Marcelo Zuna, and Jazz Chisholm all go yard, so that way I have a little bit of cash in my bank again. That'd be sweet. It'd be big. Otherwise, you can forget that quarter, because that's where we're at. Anyway, let's go to the most talked about parlay in all of sports gambling. It is the 750 Club. We're partying. We're getting down.
Cool.
We're doing the jives. We're doing the jigs.
I'm trying to.
And there is one rule about Fight Club, and that is you do not talk about Fight Club. Poolside Pat, what is the one rule of the 750 Club, sir?
If you can get in there and dance, you tell every single person that you know about the 750 Club.
Tell them all. Tell every single person you can find about the 750 Club, so that way they can all dance and jive with you
Oh, I have
when
to
we
bet-
hit this bad boy. Because this bad boy is fire tonight.
Whoa.
Got a little Presta at 4+ Ks.
Who's that? Who is that?
Quinn Prester, the pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers versus the San Francisco Giants. San Francisco can swing and miss, and they are known to be swinging and missing a lot lately.
Milwaukee? Okay.
So, with that being said, like, you got to look and just go, okay, well, with that being the case, give me 4+ Ks. Now, I'm gonna be, I got to pull up Baseball Savant again because I got rid of it because I'm an idiot. But we're back at it. He has 21 plate appearances against him with the San Francisco Giants current roster. And he's striking them out at a 28.6% clip. He also has an xWOBA at 223. So there is some precedent to say that he definitely gets 4+ Ks today. So that's one. Number 2 is Nick Lodolo, 6+ Ks tonight. This game's already started. He's through 1 inning. He's already got 2. So you can definitely still get this. They're going up against the Miami Marlins, who they swing early. Well, like when you face the Marlins, you do what Nick Lodolo does, and you pitch around the edges, and you do not give them strikes in the middle of the zone. If you can pitch around the edges and move stuff off the edge of the plate, the Marlins will swing and miss. And that's what you do against the Marlins. That's what Nick Lodolo does well. Give me 6+ Ks from Nick Lodolo tonight. And then you already heard about Aaron Nola's 6+ Ks from Parlay Guy Rob. So that leaves the last thing on the slate, and that is Keldog. You have Pete Alonso 2+ total bases. You are muted.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
My bad. Pete Alonso 2+ total bases. My father would be very upset with me right now because I was grown in a household where we hate the Mets, but got to go with the
As
stats.
you should.
As we should, absolutely. So he is 327 with 6 home runs a lifetime versus Nola. He is hitting 346 on the year right now. Nola has a 6.10 ERA away and has just not looked good so far. So with a hot hitting Pete Alonso right now, I think 2 total bases seems pretty reasonable out of the Polar Bear.
The Polar Bear has 52 at bats versus Aaron Nola. He has 17 hits, 3 doubles, 6 dingers, but he's also struck out 15 times.
Okay, we can forget the
What?
strike.
What?
I'm just saying that it helps both things because we have Aaron Nola on here for 6+ Ks.
What?
Yes.
What?
So we
why
have
does your
both.
family,
No, I get it.
Why does your family hate the Mets?
Because of what they did to the Cubs back in the day.
What do you mean? What did they do to the Cubs?
I know what you're doing. We're gonna not do this right now.
What? What?
I think I know what you're doing right now.
I have zero idea. I have no idea what you're talking
We were in a blender and now we're saving lives? What?
What?
What? No, what did the Mets do to the Cubs? I have no idea.
Shoot, it was the
NLCS when they came back from 3-1, I believe.
Yes, that one.
I want to say that was.
Was that 2015? Was that 2015?
No, it
no.
was way back.
It was like the 70s.
Yeah, 70s, 80s.
Yeah, why would I know? I don't know that.
Because you're saying it in a way that sounds like you know.
No,
what you
I'm
want
not.
me to
No,
say.
no. I don't dislike the Cubs.
But you like to see me sad.
No, I don't.
That is also fair. But anyway, yes, that's
All I want is for you to be happy, Kel.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
That's literally all I want in life.
Oh,
Yes.
and I want you to be happy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, but yes, Pete Alonso 2+ total bases because he does hit Aaron Nola well, even though he does strike him out. Nola does have a good K percentage versus this Mets lineup. In his lifetime, he has 75 Ks over 274 at bats. So, like he's striking out at a decent clip.
yeah.
He almost owns Brandon Nimmo, even though Nimmo's taken him deep twice. He struck him out 30% of the time.
Oh, wow.
Sterling Marte, he struck out 30% of the time. He has 10 Ks.
Yeah.
And then I know Vientos is still out, but he's striking him out at a 33% clip. So
I mean, this is a team that he's seen for
oh yeah,
his whole career. Yeah.
and he's got the whiff rate. If Nola's got the curveball going, hot take. 7 Ks, 4 hits, and 7 innings, only 1 earned run. The problem is he's going to have 5 unearned runs because somehow, some way, there's going to be an error that just derails him in the 5th inning.
You
because
have
that's what this man does.
And you have seen that, by the way.
Yeah,
CJ.
yesterday.
Yeah.
yesterday. It wasn't like it was an error, but on
Isn't
stop, it
that-
should have never even got there because
Boys.
Bryce Harper made an error that wasn't an error.
And I know that we gotta move on, but like, isn't it the most frustrating? And I think any baseball fan who's in here, by the way, at Just the Bet Slips, throw a comment in there, throw a bet in there. I'll bet it. And shout out to everybody that's here and watching Instagram, X.com, and YouTube. But isn't it so frustrating that the errors, man? Like that's might be my big, like, being at the look. I'm happy. I'm a happy Cardinals fan, but seeing errors live in person and just in general is that's just the most frustrating thing.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I hate errors. I do hate errors. But I mean,
Especially when it costs your team, like when it costs a guy like Aaron Nola, like when it costs a good pitcher, a base runner or a run, it's the worst.
I will say that the Mets in 1962 in their inaugural season did beat the Cubs 19-1 in their 100. They had 120 losses that year. But one of their victories was a 19-1 shellacking of the Cubs at Wrigley Field in 1964.
Why are we bringing this up?
I'm stating the reason why Kel's dad doesn't like the Mets.
Oh,
I'm giving you context, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
that is fair. I don't feel
that is good context, but at the same time,
kick to the ball bag.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. Hand up accountability. It sucked timing wise, but
yeah.
just throwing that out there. Plus 1,600, 16-1 on the 750 Club today. If you're riding with us, we'd surely appreciate it, and hopefully you're enjoying the 750 Club. Well, we have one more segment.
Uh-oh. Let's go.
The easiest part of the show, apparently.
The easiest part of the show. It's green. It's soft. It's plushy. It is the tabletop. Ow!
Bang!
Sir Thomas of House Stats bringing you some hockey. He likes the Gosman 5+.
Easy.
He likes the Blue Jays money line. He likes the Yankees money line tonight. He likes, and of course, he likes the this was his pick for the 750.
Who's this
Preister over
guy?
Quinn Preister.
Oh yeah, the Brewers.
The Brewers of the Milwaukee Brewers.
The Milwaukee Brewers.
The Milwaukee Brewers. Rob the parlay guy, you heard his already as well. Cat 20+, Cunningham 20+.
Damn
it. Here's what's funny is that could hit. I'm throwing 10 cents on it.
But
Cunningham,
you gotta play the. Come on.
Yeah, I will. I'll grab it. Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart 10+, and Jamal Murray 15+ points.
Taylor. He's a Met. I know that.
Yeah, I'll pull it back up here in a minute. But we gotta get to Kel, and Kel, your bets tonight, sir.
Yes. So for starters, I got Pete Alonso 2+ total bases. We already talked about that. He is hitting 327 lifetime versus Nola and 346 on the year. With those numbers and with Nola not pitching like how he's supposed to, plus money on that just sounded like an easy bet for me. Next, I got Tatis 2+ total bases and Padres +1.5. Tatis is hitting 358 on the year. He is facing Kiter Montero with a 9 flat ERA. I love Tatis. I think he's just going to keep this rolling. The dude is on fire. So 2+ total bases seems pretty solid for me there. Nick Castellanos, we already talked about him. Rest in peace, the Pope. But he is facing Nola no, he's not facing Nola. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, what was I going to say? I didn't want to take him home run for a home run on the tabletop because I need the wins. So I went 2+ total bases because if he hits a home run, I still win. So we are going to roll with that. And then finally, Marcell Ozuna, 2+ total bases and a Brendan Donovan hit. Donovan is hitting 600 lifetime versus Schwellenbach, and Ozuna is hitting 583 versus Fetty Wap. Seems like a pretty solid play for me. Like Ozuna's just going to get all over Fetty Wap, and Fetty Wap's just going to, just get flustered, basically. So those are my picks. That I have on the
All right.
I
You're good?
love
Mr. 60%. What
it.
you
Yeah.
got?
I'm sorry. Mr. Freddie.
What are you getting?
Oh my gosh. You are that's unbelievable. All right, give me look, it's Broadway poolside Pat. It appears, at least from game one, that the young Piston, who I think is going to be a good team going forward, I just think that the Knicks are going to be too much for the Pistons. And that's not me saying that I think the Knicks are going to be a force in the Eastern Conference, but that give me 7 points. I mean, 7 was kind of where I was at. So if you can, 6.5 would probably be the most I would take this at, if I'm being honest. So take that what you will, but give me the Knicks to cover and win again. Go up 2-0 against the Pistons. Cardinals, look, they 4-game sweep, and I was there for 2 games, and it stunk. But I like Fetty, as you'll see in my next bet, to bounce back, and the Cardinals to get back on the board, and I'm looking forward to it. As you can see, so it's a performance. Would this be a performance triple, CJ?
Yes, it would. Because you have 2 players and then you have the money line. Yes.
All right. So Brendan Donovan, who is up there in the NL leaders in batting average, 1 hit doesn't. This, excuse me. This seems like, as long as the Cardinals win the game, this seems like the easiest bet that I have. Like, truly. And I know it's 3 legs, and I know like you look at it and you're not quite sure about it. But let me show you what I got it at plus 310. Donovan to get a hit. Fetty 3 strikeouts. And then you just need the Cardinals to win. 310. I don't know. This comes from a Cardinals fan who really, really, really wants a Cardinals win tonight. But if the Cardinals win, this seems very easy. CJ, I think you would sign off on my next one. I don't know.
Sure.
Sorry. Noah 5Ks and Phillies money line. I think that is kind of, I don't know, just seems easy, and we're open for it. And then last but not least, wanted to put this not just for everybody's betting this, and it's not just for me. I want this to hit so bad for my records, for my units. But you have to do this. And RIP the Pope. But I wanted this on my tabletop, because if it happened and it wasn't on my tabletop, I would be devastated. So there you
go. First, we're gonna throw this up, and then
you can forget that dime.
I got it out there. I got it.
I have it at 174 is what I have it as. 174,000.
I got $1 to win $3,000. Yeah.
Oh, you have better than I do.
Yeah. So when
you have it like triple what I do. Well, double what I have it.
Yeah. plus
I have-
31965.
Yeah, I have a 10 cents, so I have it at plus 174 500. I bet a bunch of our followers have FanDuel, and and so you saw it pop up, and they're like, bet it, and then just the odds just drop. It's like, oh well, great.
There it goes.
Yeah.
Well, I can get it in. They hit me. They hit me with the axe.
We gotta find one for the quarter because I think we should start doing quarter.
You gotta find one for the quarter. I have Lodolo 5+ Ks. I have the Reds money line. That's getting you plus 138 tonight. I have Nola 5+ Ks and the Phillies money line. I have it at plus 154. And then I have an interesting one. I have Spencer Torkelson 2+ total bases and the Tigers to get the win tonight versus, sorry, I had it, the San Diego Padres. If they win by 1, the underdog hits and this hits. So that's what I'm hoping for. But Torkelson has 1 at bat versus Randy Vasquez. And that at bat ended in a dinger. So he has 2 plate appearances. He has a walk and he has a dinger versus Randy Vasquez. So let me go ahead and just holla at a Spencer Torkelson to give me 2 singles or a double or a dinger tonight, and the Tigers get the dub tonight, and it's at plus 231. So that is where we are at with the table top. Hopefully everybody's firing on all cylinders and we get the job done. But remember, as always, just, you know,
You can forget that dime.
just remember. Just remember. You can always forget that dime. So, anybody else have anything crazy going on? Unfortunately, Lodolo has hit a little snag in the second inning. That's okay. It's all right. It's all right. You can still get the job done.
The Knicks make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Whoa. I'm
Hot
not
take
saying
alert.
no, but like hot take. Just saying it's hot take.
The hot take.
Yeah.
Not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's a hot take.
Yeah.
It's a hot take.
The hottest it takes.
Let's see here. I have with how bad the Memphis Grizzlies looked versus Oklahoma City. I think Oklahoma City wins that series with a point differential over 150.
Whoa.
Wow.
If you could bet that, that'd be a fun bet.
They're already up 52. I originally had Memphis winning a game. I don't think they win a game.
Yeah.
And if they do, it's by a point.
Yeah.
Or by 2 points, which would mean nothing to the point differential. And
That's
because
great.
I said 150, that just means they need to average winning by 33 the rest of the way. It's easy.
Easy.
It's cash. Like, Memphis looks that bad, and OKC was just like, hold my beer. They'll win the next one by 35 going away. They'll win the following one after that by 40 going away. And they'll win the last one by 20 just to make it interesting.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
I just
No, it's if I could bet that, I would bet that right now.
it's not a hot take, dude.
Yeah.
Memphis looks that bad, and OKC looks that.
Yeah,
Dumb.
and it's not even like Memphis is a bad team. Just I think OKC is just that good.
Yeah, SGA had 15 and they won by 52.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it's that Memphis is bad. It's that OKC is.
That good, and Memphis is not. They're not good.
No, yeah.
They're
not. Yeah,
they're solid.
They made the playoffs. That's
Right.
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
The issue is everyone and their grandmother makes the playoffs.
true. That's also a very, very good thing.
Not
Everyone
my
in their
team.
biddy. Everyone in their biddy.
Not Parker's team.
What?
My team did, but we knew they weren't going to do anything with it.
My team
Every-
didn't. Parker's team did not.
Every team in the biddy makes. Yeah. They all
Every
make
team in the
playoffs.
bid. Where were you going with that?
Every team in their biddy.
And their bid. Okay.
And their biddy. Okay, I get you.
And their bid.
The 70. If they have a biddy, the Sixers don't have a biddy apparently. Because they
Well,
didn't make.
you're
the playoffs.
doing. Do you want to do a tankathon, or you want to do a simulation?
I would love
it.
for the 76ers to have the number 1 overall pick.
After we do the records, let's do 2 or 3 randomizers for the draft.
For the NBA lottery.
Lottery, yeah.
Okay. Well, I you said it, and you got to pull up the records.
Because we really don't have to spend too much time on this. We don't. Shout out Parlay Guy. Yeah, he's great. He wins a lot of things, and everybody else doesn't. So we can move on.
Wow.
We can skip this.
That was a little bit of a rude explanation.
Yeah, I had a bad week. I did have a bad week. Should
Do
I
you want to
use
go back,
Spurs?
Kel?
No, we don't need to go back.
No, we're good.
Kel, do you? No. Go back. Go back
Why are
to
we going
the
back?
go back to the records. Kel is 7-22,
I will say that
and he's minus
0-18
11.
is a lot worse than 7-22. So the man, ever since he got to the lowest of lows, has gone 7-4.
Yeah.
It's solid. It's solid.
solid.
Like if the month had ended at the 0-18, we just slept the records. Kel be on the left side of the board.
See,
Yeah.
Kel, I was trying
I'd
to
be
not
1-14. I'd be 1-14 since you went 0-18. It's just bad. Just bad look for me.
Yeah, we're having a bad month. We're having a bad month.
You know what? I'm close to that 18 and 18 you were talking about, though.
Ooh,
It's just
Like,
tr-
super
yeah,
close.
fair.
he is a lot closer than he was.
Wow,
previously.
that is fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
All right.
let's be positive. I'm being positive about the Cardinals. Let's be positive. Right? Okay, here we go. What is this?
what-
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Number 2.
I don't hate this.
Do another one. I'm going to say Wizards.
Hornets again?
I'm not okay with that.
Where'd you?
Yeah, where are the Sixers?
Yeah, where'd they go?
I don't even know. Not
I
even.
don't
They got 7 because the Sixers have, if it lands within the top 6, it's protected.
Yeah.
Otherwise, OKC has the pick.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say Wizards. Damn it.
Yeah.
Again,
That's-
not okay with that. Not okay with
No.
that situation.
I think we can all agree, no, as long as it's not the Spurs.
Again,
Ooh, Mavericks. That one's
keep the
all right.
the Sixers
Let's
still
do
falling
two,
out
two
of the
more,
top
two more. Wizards. Damn it.
Raptors. Wow.
I just keep
This
sitting in
is
mediocrity here.
All right. Let's both everybody guess. Wizards.
Sixers.
The
Oh, it's the Spurs. No, that's what we didn't want.
Okay. Let's one more time.
All right, one more. We'll pick.
Yeah.
Pick who you think it's gonna be.
okay.
Wizards top. Kel.
Hornets.
I'm gonna pick the Jazz. The Sixers are gonna fall within the top 4, but the Jazz.
I like that bet.
Oh,
Wiz-
Wizards!
Yes!
There we go. Oh, man.
Look at that.
I mean, in all
That's
fairness,
fun.
the draft lottery night's gonna be very.
I could do that all. I will literally do that for like an hour. So we should.
We'll get in it.
And then
But-
my Bulls sit in mediocrity there.
Well, that's where they're supposed to be, Kel.
That's where they've been for years, ever since
You
Derek
made the
Wilson.
play-in, for crying out loud.
Yeah, again. And what did we do?
Wait,
You made the play-in, for crying out loud.
Like, I think we have talked about this, but just really quick before, and we'll get on out of here. I know it's April. It's we're trying to talk sports. What are you guys' like fandoms? Like, where? So, Kel, your Blackhawks, your Bulls, your Bears. Like, what is your top Cubs? Your what is your like?
Oh, where does it
ranking?
lean more?
Yeah, like what is your like ranking?
Yeah, like of your sports teams.
Yeah,
What's the hierarchy of your
yeah,
sports?
you know what I'm saying, CJ. Yeah.
I hate to do it this way because we're in Florida, but I do it by like what we can see mostly. And thank you. And like so the top's got to be Bears. Next one's got to be Cubs, Blackhawks, and then Bulls because I know they're just a
That
dumpster
is-
fire.
Yeah, that's fair.
So for
Yeah, CJ,
me,
what are you? Yeah,
oh god, this is so tough. So
I know
3
it's a
and
good
4,
question.
3
It's a
and
good question though.
3 and 4 are really easy for me. It goes it's Flyers the 4, and then Sixers are the 3. Those are easy. Those are easy. Like if baseball and hockey did not exist for the rest of my life, I'd be okay.
Yeah,
I wouldn't like it, but I'd be okay, right?
It's
Like
baseball and football. Yeah.
baseball and football are my two. I bleed green, so Eagles at 1, Phillies at 2.
Oh wow!
But
I don't know why I thought it would be Phillies first.
But I will say this. I like the game of baseball more.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I like the game of baseball more. My fandom and my love of the game of baseball allow me to root for other teams and root for good baseball.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm a Philly fan, but like I also have an affinity for the Braves slightly because their AAA affiliate was here in Richmond when I was younger. So like I watched Andrew Jones in AAA. I watched Chipper Jones in AAA. I watched Glavine and Smoltz and Greg Maddux. Like I watched all those guys and they were also local to me because TBS carried all their games. So like I watch the Braves. So even though I don't like the Braves, I still watch them and I have an affinity towards them because of my youth, right? I was always a Phillies fan growing up, so like I lived through the when the best player on the Phillies was Mike Lieberthal for years, right? Like but for me as an Eagles fan, there's never an affinity for any other team in the NFL like the Eagles. And going through the heartache and pain of being an Eagles fan, I lived through both Detmers, for crying out loud. Coy and Ty. So like, yes, I love baseball more. I love the Eagles more than the Phillies because I just like watching good baseball.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
that's why the Eagles edge out, but it is toit
That's
like a
close,
toiga.
Yeah, I mean, mine is Cardinals number 1. I have probably the weirdest one. Cardinals number 1, New York Rangers, then Knicks. And it's funny, and because it's kind of similar. Football is my favorite sport. I mean, I grew up playing baseball. I love baseball, but football is my favorite sport. Never played it. But the Raiders are my least favorite. They're my favorite team, but they're my least favorite of the 4 that I root for. So
Right.
I don't know. I just thought, it's April. We're getting into like playoffs. I'm sure on our podcast that you can listen to every Friday. We had to schedule change for this past episode, but every Friday you can expect our podcast, Just the Bet Slips, on Spotify and Apple. We appreciate anybody listening. We're always going to have similar questions. We're going to have some similar banter that we do on these live shows. And gentlemen, what a show we had tonight. Very, very much. It's like I want to just stay on and just keep talking like those kind of questions with you guys because I know we could do it for like hours, but we can sign off for the people. Hopefully, we brought you the tips for your bet slips. And gentlemen, anything else you guys want to add before we sign off here?
So we'll actually not have a traditional podcast this week because we're doing the live draft this week.
Yes.
So the
Yes.
live draft we will turn into a podcast.
Yes.
So the podcast is going to be long. I actually have to edit this one a lot more than I normally do. But we'll be taking the raw live footage from the draft. We will have the draft. We will be like this,
Thursday.
and the draft will be on my TV back here.
Yes.
So that's how we're
Thursday.
doing it. So that way we don't hit copyright infringement because it's not the main thing up front. So we will have the draft. We will have the picks. We will flash picks up. Like I will make graphics on the fly, flash picks up. So we have them. That is the game plan. I'm actually creating stuff. That was why I was backstage for the most part. I was trying to build some stuff preemptively. But that's what we're going to be doing Thursday, and then we're going to take that and that's going to become the podcast for Thursday. So or for Friday morning. So just know that it's going to be the live show repeated as a podcast. Is how that's going.
Thursday the 24th. We will be here live for the first round of the NFL draft. Very exciting, very, very fun. Here at Just Specific. Boys, what a night. Great job.
Also, I have one more last call. I am playing in a charity scramble this Friday. The over-under on my score, my team's score, last year we shot 51. The over-under on my team's score this year is 54. You got the over, you got the under.
54.5?
Yeah, I'll take 54.5. Yep. We shot 51 last year, and the reason why is because we went stupid low on the front.
How are you feeling?
I am not in as good of shape as I was last year, but it is also a track that I didn't play well. I played this track on Saturday. It's even money regardless, over under. The line is at 54.5. If I'm betting it because the court, like I played bad and shot 81.
Kel, what
on my own ball?
What I'm riding with you, Kel, me and you.
Wow. I'm gonna take the over. I'll put you guys at 55.
55.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Taking the over. All right, I'll take the under. All
right.
Y'all both can forget that dime, baby. But we'll get into it. This has been Just the Bet Slips, where we promise you one thing and one thing only, and that is to bring you the hot tips to help your bet slips. All right, everybody, have a great one, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Responsibly go and chase that bag, everybody. Have a good one.